So this time we are going to focus our discussion on the trigonometric functions of special angles such as 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. There are three figures here in which each figure illustrates the reference angle 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 45 degree angle. So in each figure also there is a given side which given side opposite a given angle. But in figure 1, the side opposite 30-degree angle is 1 unit, and in figure 2, the adjacent side is given, which is 1 unit, and in figure 3, the opposite side of 45-degree angle is also 1 unit. So before we give the values of the trigonometric functions of these special angles, we have to derive the values or the length of the unknown sides of these triangles. So in the figure 1, the hypotenuse is twice the side opposite the 30-degree angle. So if we say twice, that is 2 times the side opposite, which is 1. Therefore, 2 times 1 is 2. Whereas in its adjacent side, the square root of 3 times the side opposite our 30-degree angle, which is 1. So we have 1 square root of 3 or square root of 3 only. Figure 2 is the same with figure 1. So angle A here is our 30 degrees. Therefore, that is 1. And 60 degrees is the square root of 3 side length. And we have 2 here. In figure 3, the two legs are congruent. So we have here 1 also. And the longest side is the hypotenuse, which is square root of 2 times the side opposite one of its legs. Okay. So we have square root of 2. Now we are ready to give the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of these triangles. We start from figure 1. We have sine 30 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is 1 over 2. And the cosine 30 degrees is adjacent side, square root of 3 over hypotenuse, which is 2. And tangent 30 degrees is 1 opposite over adjacent, that is 1 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 over square root of 3. So the purpose of rationalizing is to get rid of our radical symbol in our denominator. So we have 1 square root of 3 is square root of 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9. And square root of 9 is 3. And next would be cosecant of 30 degrees. So again, cosecant is just the inverse of sine function. Therefore, we have 2 over 1. Secant 30 degrees is the inverse of cosine, which is 2 over square root of 3. And by rationalization process, we have 2 square root of 3 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9. And square root of 9 is 3. And the cotangent 30 degrees is the inverse of our tangent 30, which is square root of 3 over 1 or square root of 3. Okay. For our 60-degree angle, we have sine 60 degrees, which is opposite square root of 3 over 2. And cosine 60 degrees is adjacent 1 over 2, 1/2. And tangent 60 degrees is opposite square root of 3 over adjacent 1. So square root of 3 over 1 is square root of 3. Cosecant 60 degrees is just the inverse of our sine function. So we have hypotenuse over opposite, and that is 2 square root of 3 over 3. Secant 60 degrees would be the opposite or the inverse of cosine 60, that is 2 over 1 or 2. And lastly, we have the cotangent 60 degrees, that is the inverse function of tangent 60 degrees. So we have 1 over square root of 3. Okay. So the final answer would be square root of 3 over 3. So again, notice that that 30 and 60 degrees are complementary angles. Okay, so that if we compare the value of sine 30 and the cosine 60 degrees, the values are equal. So we have, we have here from sine 30 to cosine 60, they are equal. They have equal values, although they have different reference angles. Cosine 30 and sine 30 are also equal. Okay. What are the other functions with the same values and different reference angles? What is the counterpart of tangent 30 degrees in the 60-degree angle? We have the cotangent 60 degrees. So we have here, okay, the tangent 30 degrees and cotangent 60 degrees are also equal. The cosecant 30 degrees is the same with the secant 60 degrees. Okay. And the secant 30 degrees is the same with the cosecant 60 degrees. There. And lastly, we have the cotangent 30 degrees to be paired with the tangent 60 degrees. Okay. So again, the sine 30 degrees is equal to cosine 60 degrees. Okay, the cosine 30 degrees is the same with the sine 60 degrees. The tangent 30 degrees is congruent or equal to cotangent 60 degrees. Cosecant 30 degrees is congruent or equal to secant 60 degrees. Secant 30 degrees is equal to cosecant 60 degrees, and cotangent 30 degrees is equal to tangent 60 degrees. These functions are called cofunctions, and we call them as cofunctions. Okay, cofunctions. Now we proceed to the trigonometric functions of the 45-degree angle. So we have here, okay, okay. So in our 45-degree angle, we have sine 45, which is opposite 1 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 over square root of 2, which is square root of 2 over 2. Okay. Cosine 45 degrees is the same with the square root of 2 over 2 of our sine 45, since they are congruent. Next would be tangent. Tangent 45 degrees is opposite side over adjacent side, which is 1 over 1, which is equal to 1. And our secant or cosecant function of 45 degrees is equal to the inverse function of sine 45 is square root of 2 over 1 or square root of 2. And secant 45 degrees is equal to the opposite of cosine, or the inverse function of cosine 45, which is the same with the sine 45, square root of 2. And the cotangent 45 degrees is equal to the opposite, is equal to the inverse function of tangent 45, which is also equal to 1. So these are the values, the trigonometric function values of the different special angles, 30, 45, and 60-degree angle.